We have stayed in a lot of unique accommodations around the world, but tonight is going to take unique and adventurous to the next level.
Whoa!
This is insane! I cannot believe you talked me into this. Tonight, we're packing everything we need to survive into these sleds, climbing over a glacier in the dark, crawling down into this hole, and sleeping on the ground beneath the ice. Being married to someone like Nate is always interesting.
It's cold!
My husband is borderline obsessed with adventures. The more extreme, the better.
Oh my goodness.
And 99% of the time, I get roped into his crazy plans too. Like when we swam across the San Francisco Bay from Alcatraz, climbed a suspended ladder 2,000 feet in the air, can't believe Nate talked to me, survived on a deserted island, and let's not forget that one time I pretty much passed out doing the G-Force challenge in an airplane. Needless to say, tonight is another one of Nate's crazy ideas. Here we go again.
Are we all pulling a sled?
Yeah, it's 3 sleds.
Epic. So honestly, I didn't know that you could even do this until yesterday, so I've looked at doing very little research, and this is a much bigger adventure than I thought it was. We're here gearing up, getting our briefing, and we are pulling sleds to the ice cave to take everything we need.
So cool. The plan for today. At the moment we are somewhere here. We take the car and drive to the end of the road here to Nubian. And then we will walk to the ice cave, which is on this glacier here. It's called Longyearbyen. And then somehow find the cave eventually.
Okay.
What is the likelihood of an avalanche?
Today the avalanche danger is not so high.
The first day we got here, the avalanche warning was a 4 out of 5. And so today it's what, like a 1?
I think it's 2.
2. Okay, it's a 2. And what is the likelihood of a polar bear coming to our camp?
So that's the nice, pretty part of sleeping in the ice cave. We will be probably so deep in the cave that it's really unlikely that the bear goes all the way to where we're sleeping.
Okay.
Yeah, there is this one polar bear. Her name is Frost. She comes with her kids every now and then and destroys cabins. And she comes over here this side, then walks over here and destroys the cabins and goes here, destroys more cabins.
Okay, but she doesn't go over the river and up the...
No.
I appreciate your honesty.
Whose idea was this, Kara? It's gonna be a cold one!
It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm already cold. No turning back now. Off we go. Oh. It kind of sounded like it broke.
It looks like you're carrying a dead body.
Oh no, don't say that.
This does feel pretty insane right now. Just walking out into the darkness that we can't see in this weather to spend the night. This might be the craziest and coolest thing I've ever done all at the same time. So the majority of stuff that we're carrying in the sled would normally already be at the cave because they would take it up there via snowmobile, so we didn't have to drag it. But the snow was so deep that they couldn't get the snowmobile up there today. So makes it feel like an even better adventure.
So for the polar bear safety, we have this flare gun here. And in my bag is also a rifle. And the rifle is half loaded, which means it's ammunition in the rifle, but nothing is in the chamber. So it's really safe and you don't need to worry that it accidentally fires. But it's a fast way of having the rifle ready, so I don't need to be, oh, where is actually the ammunition? So it's already prepared.
Sounds great.
So if you missed our last video, it is actually required by law here in Svalbard, once you're outside of the city limits, which we are, that you have to carry a gun for polar bear protection. You would obviously never shoot a polar bear unless it's a life or death situation, but they are a real threat. Someone just last year was killed camping here in Svalbard by a polar bear. So we're leaving the lights of the town behind, and the only light we'll have until we get back is the cloudy moon. There go the smart people. Where the snowmobile lights are disappearing right now, that's where we're going. We're about to head up the moraine, which is basically just all the little rocks that have been left behind by the glacier receding, but they've turned into a massive 200-meter pile of rocks, so it'll be a pretty good climb. Oh,
What is happening?
too top heavy. My body fell out. You're the best, I love you.
No problem.
I'll make your coffee in the morning, deal?
Deal. Make that a double, please.
You see the messy snow on the side?
Yeah.
That was me trying to drive up the scooter.
That's where you got stuck?
Yes.
Wow, that looks deep. And that's the reason that we're getting to carry the sleds up tonight. Also, we could have taken a nice snowmobile trip tonight and gone back to sleep in our warm bed at our hotel. But I think to create an experience that you'll remember for the rest of your life, you have to get a little uncomfortable. And I think tonight might be the perfect amount of discomfort. Wow, that's deep. That is the snowmobile that got stuck, and now it's almost completely covered in snow.
Going uphill is harder.
So up until this point, we've been walking on the snowmobile trail, but now we're having to cut across the glacier to get to the ice cave, and our fearless leader, Isabel, has gone in front to make sure that it's safe and no one is gonna fall through a crevasse.
This is one of the sketchiest things I feel like I've ever done.
It is pretty crazy there being so much snow on the ground that you just have no, ooh, just kind of fell through right there. No clue what you're walking on. My guess is we were walking on rocks at some point, and now there's ice underneath our feet. I will say, even though you can't really see where you're walking, I feel a lot safer than the last time I was on a glacier. Having no clue what I was doing and being stuck in a rainstorm, that was a bad decision. One of those things, as you get older and wiser, you realize that was probably one of the most unsafe things we've ever done.
We made it!
What a hike.
Now it's 9 o'clock. When did we start?
7:20 maybe?
Yeah, nice.
Good time. That makes me feel better. Isabel just said that we made the same time that people normally make without the sleds.
Would have been way faster if you didn't have me too.
It only took us 2 hours to pack.
Do you slide down?
That's crazy. That is way smaller than I pictured it being.
Yeah, that's
Really?
nuts.
Yeah, I pictured this like big blue entrance.
2 days ago it was completely snowed in. So now we have made it a bit bigger.
This is epic. We are inside of a glacier right now.
Real quick, before we show you around our cave home for the night, let me tell you about our secret weapon for staying healthy on the road. Also, it's light outside, so we're clearly not in Svalbard anymore, but it's still snowing and I'm still freezing. AG1 is the sponsor of this video, but they have been a part of our daily routine ever since we discovered them back in 2020. Now that we're back to traveling the world again, woohoo! We are more intentional than ever about prioritizing our health. Because when we're traveling, our diets are all over the place. Spoiler alert, I've been averaging more than 1 bowl of ramen a day for the last week, which is why I love starting my day with AG1. Because it is packed with vitamins, minerals, prebiotics, probiotics, superfoods, all things that I am 100% not getting from my diet alone. So I just have such peace of mind when I start my day with this, knowing my body got the nutrients it needs. I love the way it tastes, I love the way it makes me feel, and I think you will too. So if you click our link in the description below, you can get the AG1 Immunity Bundle, which includes the jar and the shaker, up to a year's supply of these immune supporting vitamin D drops, which we also take every day, and 5 free travel packs for free with your first purchase. We absolutely love AG1 and hope you do too. Click the link in the description. Okay, back to the cave. Oh my gosh. It's like everything has a little bit of freezer burn. -6 degrees Celsius all year round, no matter what.
Yeah, so now in winter time, if you need a shelter, the ice cave is the best place to be. It's you feel it already.
Yeah.
There's no wind. It's like being in a freezer. You have the ice around you. In summer, you can't go in here because it will be a river going through.
So you can only do this in the winter time?
Yeah.
Epic.
Coming to you, Carol. Incoming! Okay, now that we've pulled all of our stuff into our new home, plan is to have a hot drink, some snacks, and then we'll go explore the cave.
Cheers. Oh, it's so warm. I can feel it going all the way down. Into the cave we go. Oh.
Smooth.
Ow. For real this time.
There's a lot more dirt inside of this ice cave than I expected. See ya.
Bye. Where? Oh, I feel so awkward because my hat's covering up my eyes a little bit. The ground is solid ice.
Whoa!
This is insane! insane. If one of these fell down while I was looking up, it would literally blind me. Look at these icicles. It's like a whole wall of them. Oh my gosh. What is this? How does this happen?
From the water that drops down and then it freezes. If you touch it with your hand, it feels like plastic and it's really dry.
Once again, I did very little research before booking this, so I had no clue what to expect once we got in the cave, but this is incredible.
These icicles are curving. Someone tell me how that happens.
This is the way to go. And it's quite a bit to crawl in there. It depends on how well you are in crawling. But when we come back, you can choose, you can crawl back or you can go down the fun slide.
How is it?
It's lower than it looks. I feel very awkward because I can't really look up.
I haven't quite figured out how I'm gonna do this with the camera.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a squeeze.
Just think about where we are right now. Nice work.
Well, not cold anymore. That honestly looked like a cartoon.
So, this whole cave was formed by water, and so it just keeps like twisting and turning. The craziest part is our guide said that the cave this year is completely different from last year. So during the summer when all the water came in, it just moved some things around, and that whole crawling part we just didn't exist last year.
This is pretty intense.
Yeah, it is.
Right now, in this moment, I do feel like I'm just in the belly of a glacier. Look at this. This looks like marble.
Wow, look at these layers.
Here you can see how the glacier is made. It snows in winter, it doesn't melt in summer, then it snows again next winter, still doesn't melt, and another layer of snow, another layer of snow, and so on. Eventually the snow gets so compact that it turns into ice, and then you have glacier ice. And then in between these different layers of snow, there might have been like a volcano outbreak or something, and then you have like a layer of ash. So now, in theory, this should be horizontal, right? The reason why it's not horizontal is because the glacier has been moving.
Yeah.
And the way a glacier moves is like this.
It's insane to think that this ice that I'm touching could be thousands of years old. Or millions. History.
It's also crazy. There's like an exact 3 inches of rock just across this entire piece of ice. Like, it's perfectly flat.
Somebody has to tell me. I need to study it. Nature.
That's pretty neat.
Does it keep going?
Well, it does, but I don't think it's a good idea.
Okay.
So you see the channel, it continues in this direction,
Yeah.
but the ice has been collapsing.
Oh. So this is the end for us.
All right, we're gonna get a little taste of the darkness that we're gonna be sleeping in.
Oh.
This might be the best night of sleep of my life. Good start. So instead of crawling back, we've decided to take the slide. Whee!
This is way better than the crawling.
Yes.
Good job, everyone.
Are you ready for dinner?
Me too, Jersey. For dinner tonight, we're having squash and sweet corn casserole. Look at my breath. Haven't even eaten anything hot yet. This is about to be the best freeze-dried meal of my life. Amazing. These types of meals taste so good when you're outside doing something awesome.
This is where we're sleeping tonight. Isabel's sleeping up at the front of the cave to guard us from polar bears, and this is our own private little room. The floor is completely ice. I'm slightly nervous that one of these rocks is gonna fall on our head. Well, isn't this cozy? This smells so wrong. Let's say that works. Isabel brought the lights for us. That was not our idea. I'm not sure how I feel about fairy lights inside of an ice cave, but
I love it.
it is nice to be able to see.
Wow, I was not expecting this tonight. Let's make our beds. We're basically at a 5-star resort because we have not one, but 2 sleeping pads and this gigantic sleeping bag that's supposed to keep you warm down to negative 16 degrees. And it's 21, so, wait.
I think you're mixing up Celsius. It's negative 6.
Negative 6, so we should be fine. And we just boiled water and poured them in these Nalgene's, and we get to put them in our sleeping bags tonight and cuddle with them. Oh, it's so warm on my face.
Is this flat?
I think it's flat enough.
I feel like it's very much like this. You'll just be rolling
What
on.
is this thing? If the kids call that. I'll just roll onto you and you'll keep me warm.
Perfect. So the setup tonight is...
You kicked down the light.
Oh no. This goes here.
It's over that.
What do you think was crazier? This or outside in Antarctica?
It's cold out here. I mean, Antarctica outside is definitely just like a crazier place to actually sleep, I think, because you're just exposed to the elements. But we got to like pack all of our stuff,
Yeah.
trek it up a mountain, and then crawled underneath a glacier.
This is without a doubt our craziest night of sleep.
Yeah, this feels way crazy.
Oh,
What?
no pillows. Okay, there's one more thing we have to do before we go to sleep. Okay, so if you're wondering what the bathroom situation was, it's pretty much non-existent. The strategy is don't drink too much, go outside, go once before you go to sleep, and then pray that you don't wake up and have to pee in the middle of the night. Ugh.
So where's the potty?
You can look for a tree.
Look for a tree. Sit home.
Taking clothes off feels completely crazy. I'll hobble on one foot and blow the candles out. This is dangerous. Did you put the warmers inside or outside?
I put them inside.
Yeah, is that what's
Yeah, you put a little sticky on your foot.
on your foot?
I think so.
What?
Do not place toe warmer directly against skin. Look, that's a solid pillow. I can't believe we're doing this.
What do you think?
I don't know, I can feel the cold beneath me.
Okay.
I'm scared.
All right. See you in the morning. Thanks for doing crazy things with me. I should have placed my toe warmers differently. The balls of my feet are very warm, but my toes are cold. Oh. We did it. We survived. Where'd you go? This is the top of the sleeping bag, and I think Kara's head is all the way down here. How'd you sleep?
It's so cold.
Yeah? With the water bottle and the toe warmers, I stayed like really warm the first half of the night, but the last few hours have been pretty cold.
Better coffee. I asked Isabel like 5 times before we left yesterday if she had the coffee. I just wanted to make sure we didn't forget it. Yum. And we're gonna have breakfast. Pretty much like the breakfast buffet. I hope this isn't the dog food. You really can't tell by the smell. Oh, it's just cereal.
All right, for breakfast this morning, we have blueberry oatmeal prepared by the best chef team that cooks in an ice cave, Kara and Isabel. It is so crazy how quickly the internal temperature of your body can change. Like just putting warm liquids and warm food into you just makes such a difference. If this had no taste right now, I would still eat it because it's warm. Oh yeah. Wow. You can actually see a little bit this morning.
Saddling up. Oh, my hands. We learned this pumps the blood back into your fingertips and it actually works. It's time to go back to civilization, where it's actually warm inside of a building that has heat and more coffee.
I'm actually really looking forward to this walk home because it does not get more beautiful than Svalbard. And last night it was completely dark and we couldn't see these beautiful mountains surrounding us.
This is epic.
So much better when you can see, huh?
I know.
All right, so the plan for the morning is to walk across the glacier, down the mountain, and then in an hour or so we should end up back at town. Was that a gun? Did you hear that? So we've made it across the glacier and there's a meltwater channel on each side of it. So we were actually sleeping inside of the meltwater channel on the other side. That's what causes the cave. But then we have to get back across this side. The only problem is it's snowed in, so we don't know whether or not we're gonna fall through. So our fearless leader is going to check it out, and then once she finds a safe path, we are going to follow in her exact footsteps.
So it should be no problem.
Jersey hasn't had her coffee yet. Do you mind if I just hop on the back of your sled and you can pull me home too?
Oh no, oh no, oh tragedy. We are off the glacier and back on the moraine. It should be a nice and easy downhill walk to get back to town.
Well, this is a little unnerving. As we've been walking, I've been hearing these like whoosh, like weird sounds like under the snow.
Did you hear that?
We just learned that we are causing the weak layer of snow underneath us to collapse, and that can trigger all the way up to the top of this mountain and cause an avalanche.
So instead of walking along this edge of the mountain, we're just gonna head straight down the glacier. Realistically, this is the sketchiest part of the whole trip. There's nothing to protect us if an avalanche just came rolling off the face of that mountain right there. But once we get up here just a bit further, there'll be a gully protecting us because the avalanche would just run into the gully and it would dissipate before it gets to us. We're just trying to walk calmly and quietly across this section. They're gonna cause an avalanche. Shh.
Sleds are really great going up. Going down, they're quite annoying.
Oh man.
Getting so warm, walking in this deep snow.
Okay, so we survived avalanche territory. Now we just have to get these poorly packed sleds down the mountain. Whew. Really wants to tug you down there. That mountain that those people are climbing up right now, that's what we just drug our sleds down.
This is a tour group of 8 people. They're just going to look at the cave and then going back. And even though I didn't sleep very well and I woke up really cold and had powdered coffee for breakfast, it makes me really happy that we spent the night. It's like we got to truly experience this place.
Aww. I thought this was the one that you were gonna be like, yep, never again.
I didn't say I was doing it again. I think I got like a little too confident in myself. I'm like, oh yeah, we've done harder things than this. It was hard and it was cold.
It was uncomfortable.
It was not easy.
Nice work, team. Thank you.
Made it. Well done.
We did it.
Nice work. Proud of you. I will say, when we left this parking lot last night, I did not realize just how big of an adventure we were in for. We are enjoying this nice warm hotel room a lot more than usual after that last adventure. But before you go, I wanted to let you know about one of the best travel hack that we have seen all year. We are constantly tracking the best travel deals over at our newsletter, The Daily Drop, and we're sending out great deals all the time. But every once in a while, there is a deal so good that it gets our red alert label so that no one misses it. And this is definitely a red alert deal. Right now, it is easier than it has ever been to get the Southwest Companion Pass. Why should you care? The Southwest Companion Pass is basically a buy one, get one free flight pass on Southwest Airlines. So when you book a flight on Southwest, you can bring someone with you for $5.60. And it's unlimited. You can use it as many times as you want until it expires. Normally, Southwest makes it really challenging to earn this pass. You either have to get 135,000 qualifying Southwest points in a year, or you have to fly 100 Southwest flights. But right now, all you have to do is sign up for one of a few specific credit cards and meet a minimum spend, and you can get the Companion Pass through February of next year. We've written an entire post with all the details on this over at the Daily Drop, and I will leave a link to that down in the description below. And hopefully a few of you can take advantage of this deal. Okay,
See you next week.
What should I do?
Do you want to slide into the rocks or down into the bottomless pit?
Oh gosh.
One of us is up doing all the stuff in his long johns, cold, wet, soggy boots.
Hey, I'm here, aren't I? I'm here. I am sleeping on the ice. Close enough.
Don't have any crampons on.